All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. For today's educational purposes, we will be breaking down the pound USD as well as going over the previously broken down Euro USD and USD CHF. Today, January 2nd, 2020. And let's begin. As you see, I've already pulled up the monthly chart, and I started at the monthly swing high here, and I brought it down to the monthly swing low. Okay, and that was simply from there to there. Then from this low, we came up to this swing high, and notice how we bounced back down to this level here. Okay, so now what we're seeing is we're slightly seeing a range. All right, we have broken down through this range, bounced back up, bounced down. Now we're headed back up to here, and now we're resetting here. So let me get all of that out of the way, and let's begin where I left off, from here, here, to here, to here. So now we can go ahead and enter our zone here. Okay, we got a zone there. And we've got a zone here. All right, now go ahead and highlight this zone. Notice whenever I'm highlighting a swing low, I'm using the close of the last bearish candle that made that happen. Okay, so by that, I simply mean here finding this swing low, I'm going to look at this last bearish candle here and find the close here at 1.22424. Everybody see that? So I'm going to take that, go in here to my properties. I know I'm at 1.224. I'm going to highlight that copy, make sure I have a straight line, and I'm going to indicate that this is a monthly swing low. This is a monthly swing low. Okay, now I have that indicated here. Notice how this monthly swing this new monthly swing high here falls right at this monthly swing low here. So we know this is a solid level of resistance now. Okay. So that being said, we can see that we bounced up here, back up here to this monthly swing low, came back down, bounced back up. Now in this particular swing high, we'll use this last bullish candle, which closed at 1.32615. All right. This is a monthly swing lower high. All right. And now we can pretty much say we have analyzed everything we can up on the monthly chart for this particular currency pair. Now we'll bump out to the weekly. Here in the weekly, now we're seeing that price has reached that level of resistance, and now we're potentially forming a weekly and a monthly high here. Beginning of the year, first week of the year, so we're likely to see a slight retrace, and we could possibly come and see a crash down through this lower level here. Okay, so looking at the monthly, this is what we're faced with. We know that we're at a potential weekly and monthly resistance area. And coming to the daily, this is what we see. We see that we did have a gap over here. We can see a level of consolidation, and if we drag that zone across, that's what we're looking at. We'll actually change that color since we're on a lower time frame. All right, we're going into the 4-hour chart. This is now what we're faced with. Okay, and we can see a nice potential fall off breaking point here. All right, if we come up here to this swing high, this candle here closed at, let's see if I can get it, 1.32256. And we'll of course change this color as well. It's on a lower time frame. All right, and I'll actually mark this off as a weekly resistance. And let's put that into the hour. This is what we're pretty much seeing from this point here on the hour, 15-minute chart here. Let's zoom in and look. So now here is where you can really take advantage of your Fibonacci. We can see these swing highs and swing lows. Now that we're down here on the entry frame, time frame, let's use the most recent critical swing that we can see here, which is going to be from here to here. Okay, so now we're looking at these potential target points. All right, and if we look at the daily, this is what we're looking at. Look at the hourly, this is what we'll be looking at. Now, as far as the USD/CHF, it's going to be over here. Yeah, I've broken down, I previously broke down here on this particular chart. I'll get this Fibonacci out of the way and then we'll get back to that. Okay, so here on the monthly, what I did here was I started 10 years back at this previous monthly swing high, and I did this monthly swing low. Block those off here. So we have a critical range that we have began to show. All right. So in this range, I was able to identify another swing, monthly swing high here. And then another additional monthly swing high or low. Okay, so now we're inside of an even deeper swing. or deeper, tighter range. Okay, I was able to connect this swing high with this swing high, lower high here, and form a trend line. Okay, also forming a slight median area right in here. I changed that color so we know that's the median area. All right. Then if I come into the weekly, this is what I'm faced with here. Got the monthly swing high, the swing low, the trend at the median area. As you see, what I mean by median area is the fact that this area was touched so many times. Right here, 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 right here. So this is an equilibrium zone. Okay. Drawing's not the best, but that was an equilibrium zone. That's what this green zone is indicating. So if we come into a weekly and we begin to identify and look at these same areas that we were identifying on the weekly, coming on the monthly, we can see that we're now in that median area, potentially forming another pin to shoot up here. Coming into the daily, this is what we're looking at. Let me take this off. Actually, I was 5-minute word block coming in here. Okay, so coming into the daily, this is what we're looking at here, the weekly again. Daily, that's so here indicated we're at a daily support area. All right, so it's a high probability we'll be coming back up out of this area with this daily candle. All right, so this daily candle is here forming in our median zone. We come down to the 4-hour chart. It's the pattern we have within our median zone. If we come into the 1-hour chart, this is the additional lower time frame pattern. 30-minute, 15-minute, which is our entry pattern. So there, boom. So for this situation, we'll use our previous swing high to low on the 1-hour chart for our entry, which is from here, swing high to here, swing low. Now we have several target points. And I actually believe that will actually continue up even further and will likely come right up in here to the 995 area, which is back up in here.